like his jawline somehow, like he had one. He was like the Hercules of cats.
Hi everyone, happy Friday. Today's question is, what is the story of our pets?
Shout out to my cousin Kat for asking this question. Let's see.
That's a fitting name for the
Yeah,
question.
that's awesome. Nice. Okay. Okay, so I have two pets. I have Mr. Gray and I have Squeak. And Mr. Gray, I got him when I was in my early 20s. I had just moved out of my parents' house. Like, I moved out when I was 19, so I was probably like 2021 when I got Mr. Gray. And I went to like a Pet Value where they were having an adoption thing, and he was just like this majestic, like burly, strong, like cat, just like sitting in the. They didn't have them in cages that day. They had them like all throughout the store, and all the cats were kind of like running around, and like some of them were scared or like
Hiding.
just yeah. And he was just sitting there like
he's
chest
majestic. Yeah, he's
like,
a big boy.
like, I don't know, like his jawline somehow, like he had one. He was like the Hercules of cats. And I was like, what is this majestic creature? And it's like, do I need to have him? So that's how I got Mr. Gray. And so I've had him, like, he's probably like going on like 15 or 16 now. He was 3 years old. He was a garbage cat.
Oh.
So he was like, he was a stray, like he kind of belonged to someone, but they didn't want him, I guess. But he survived on those streets. Like, he was like bigger than any stray cat I've ever seen. Like, he looked the healthiest and the strongest out of anyone. Well, any cat. So he made it out there. And then at the time I had Bonesy, and Bonesy passed away a few years ago, I guess 3 years ago now, over Christmas sort of. And after he was gone and Gray was alone, Gray was like starting to like rip his hair out and like acted like very, like, I don't know, he's lonely. Like, I work long hours, and
his version of sad. It's just his ripping his
yeah, like poor thing. It's just like, oh, we should get him a friend. I may have done more harm than good when I got Squeak, because
he's a menace.
He's a literal menace. Like, I love him so much, but he's insane. And now he kind of like tortures Gray, so Gray's not lonely anymore, but he
under duress.
Yeah, he's just like, oops. But like, they get along really good. It's just that Squeak's so playful because he's so young, and Gray is getting into like his senior years, so but like when Bones was alive, Gray was like doing that to Bones all the time.
So then it's payback. It's fine.
It's like, yeah,
it's well deserved.
That's what Rich always says. He's like, he's just getting back what he gave to Bones.
Yeah.
Like, now he seems more senior to me, I think, because he's around such a young cat. But when I had Bones and Gray, it seemed like Gray was such a young cat.
Oh yeah.
Like, still had so much life left to live, and I'm like, oh my god, he's kind of elderly. So, but they get along and they cuddle and they lick each other and whatever. They just have scraps every now and then.
Yeah.
And that's how I got my two Gray cat. And Squeak's name was Linus at first, and people were like, oh, how's Linus? Kat actually asked me how Linus was, like, over Christmas or something, and I was like, who the fuck is Linus? But yeah, we changed his name to Squeak because his meow is still a squeak, even though he's like fully grown.
Yeah, he's cute. Yeah, he's crazy. And then Mr. Gray's just like big and beautiful and just a tough guy. Like, he could beat you up for sure.
I know, that's why I'm so surprised that he just like takes it from Squeak. Like, but
they're good boys. They're really like aesthetically pleasing. Like, just being like perfectly gray, like just
like
handsome boys.
Of gray on the couch. Yeah. What about you?
For me, so it started with two cats. We had just bought this house, and I was like, we'll like wait a little bit. And then my friend Josie, she messaged me, and she's like, oh, like there's these stray kittens that were found in a sunflower field, which is like so cute. And I think I told her or something, she knew that I really wanted an orange cat. So then one of the kittens was like a creamy orange type look, and it was so cute. Yeah. So we ended up meeting them, and they're like young kittens. And then we saw them, and then we're like definitely set on getting this other kitten, but we're like, should we? I don't know. It's probably not a good idea. Like, we have so much to do. We're like, whatever. We're just gonna get this one kitten. It'll be fine. And then we're leaving, and then we're like, yeah, we're gonna get 2 actually. Like the other one, because the little white one with the gray head, and then he had like gray angel wings on his back, and I'm like, I need the little angel wing kitty.
And they're brothers?
Yeah,
okay.
Same litter and everything. So yeah, we like went there one day, and we're like, okay, we're getting both, and then we brought them home. They're like so cuddly. Like my orange one, his name's Vincent, and then after Vincent Van Gogh, and then my gray one with the angel wings, he's Salvador, after Salvador Dali. So they're little crazy guys. As soon as we like let them out, they were like they were not scared of anything. They were just like exploring everything. Like within 3 seconds, they're like sleeping on Mason's chest, and just loved being here. And we just had like all the toys and everything like cat related we could stuff in one room. We like had it in that room. But yeah, so they've been good to us. They're good cats.
So
yeah,
and they're just like soft. Like
yeah,
their fur is like
insanely soft.
so
like
soft.
So like Vincent especially, like there's something about him just like a little more fluffy. But yeah, and Vincent's like cuddly. Like it's like as soon as you sit down, he's like on your lap. And then Salvador is just like beautiful. Like he looks like he has a little eyeliner on, and he's just such a pretty cat.
They are really pretty cats,
yeah.
both of them.
And they're just like very cuddly and cute, and I love them dearly. But then after a year, Mason and I were hanging out, and then he was on lunch break, and I came and brought him desserts, and we had coffee, and then we're sitting there, and we're like, we should get a dog. And it was like after like, you know, your friends send you like dog photos from like the Winnipeg whatever rescue and like all these places, and then we were like looking through, I'm like, I actually like this dog, and he's like, we should get a dog. Literally like the next day we had a meeting, and we were picking him up a week later. He was the first dog that we like saw in person. So his name's Rupert. You've probably seen him on our videos. He's a menace.
Yeah.
He's
I don't
crazy.
know who's more of a menace. Him or, well, he's bigger, so he causes more destruction,
Yeah.
I would say, than Squeak.
But like, I feel like Squeak is like, there's a little bit of malice in it. Where like with Rupert, he's just like, it's dumb, big, goofy boy love, you know, and it just like stomps you to death, and you're just like so happy about it, you know. But yeah, no, it's been fun. It's been a good ride. It's like every time somebody's like, oh, should we get a pet? I'm like, do it. It's worth it. Because like, I don't know, when you have like the kitten or the puppy, you definitely get like puppy blues, and you're like, oh, like, have I done the right thing?
Yeah.
But then like after that first year, they're like cool. And then you just like have little friends around the house. And it's just like so nice, like in winter when it's like -40, and you're just there with your 3 friends or your 2 friends. You're like, this is so nice. Like, these are my little domesticated animals that just hang out with me and like watching TV. So it's fun.
I do love that.
Yeah. So those are our pet stories.
Yeah.